All right, I have turned my pillow to the outside, and you can see that my stitches are kind of hidden, but my corners still look really round. I'm going to use a chopstick. If you don't have a chopstick, you can use like a pen or something, just not the marking part of the pen. And you're going to push these corners out as much as you can so they look, oops, you don't want to push them out that far. So they look more pointy. Perfect. Now that we have pointy corners, we're going to stuff our pillow. I gave you a bag of stuffing. This is the stuff that goes in pillows. It's called stuffing or polyester fiberfill. I'm just going to grab chunks of it, shove it to the inside of my pillow. I'm going to try to push it into the corners because that's where it always doesn't get enough stuffing. It's kind of surprising how much stuffing you can fit inside a pillow. You can stuff a little bit in or you can stuff a lot in. Most people like a lot of stuffing in their pillow. Great, I think that's how much stuffing I want. So now I'm going to show you how to pin this closed. Do you see how the seam allowance is being pulled to the inside? That's great. This is going to allow me to do my slip stitch. Now, usually when you pin things, you're going to pin it perpendicular to the seam like this. Sometimes when your pillow is really fully stuffed, that's tough to do, right? So instead, I'm going to pin it parallel to the seam. I'm going to stick my fingers in and make sure this is folded really nicely because that's what my stitch is going to look like. I'm going to put my pin down here, down below. I hope this reminds you of your sampler where we made that pleat. Now your pillow is pin closed. Now you're going to use that threaded needle. Try to use a thread that closely matches your fabric. I know you don't have that many thread colors, so just get one that's close. I'm using white on tan, it's fine. And you're going to do your slip stitch. So I'm going to stick my needle in, make my secret knot, and go back and forth. Remember, this is that slip stitch, ladder stitch, invisible stitch, blind stitch. They're all the same thing. Make sure that your fabric isn't going to come up like this because if you stitch it that way, it will stay that way permanently and it's not pretty. You can repin it if you need to. When we're pinning it, we're trying to catch that seam allowance underneath so that it stays folded the right way.